Okay, so now we've seen our initial matrix, our probability and impact matrix, or pie matrix. And in this segment, you'll see that I've listed four different things with different sticky notes or post-it notes along the right-hand side. And I've labeled those 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, what you would do is prior to all of this work, you would go through the process of risk identification. And perhaps with your project, you might have anywhere from 10 to 100 or 200 risks, depending on the size and complexity of your project. So let's say that you have this long list of 100 different risks that you and your team have identified. Well, you can't deal with that many risks all at once. You've got to prioritize them. So how do we do that? Well, let's go through, and when we get our team together, we talk to one another, and we're able to quantify or sort out the risks. And kind of like David Letterman's top 10, you and your team get together and you're able to come up with a way that you identify the top 10 risks, the most important or the highest priority, based on your judgment, your expertise. Purely a qualitative type of decision-making process now. And I ran out of room because my whiteboard is kind of small, so I just put 1, 2, 3, 4 up there. Now I'm going to step around and start talking to the camera on the other side, and you'll see me in the picture in just a minute. So we take a look at these risks that we see before us. And so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's take number 1 first. And let's say that we have decided as a team that number 1 is indeed a high probability and a high impact. So it would stand to reason that we would have kind of a high quadrant position for this particular risk. Again, you'd have particulars off to the side on another a whiteboard or a flip chart that shows exactly what this risk is, and it's only identified by a number for this reason today. Then we take number 2 and we say, that's got a very high probability, but the impact is not very high or high as well, so maybe it's over here. Okay, so we do that. And number 3, and again, you're doing this with your team. Number 3, we feel like it's here. It's kind of a medium impact, medium probability. And number 4, well, let's be honest, and let's put it down here. So this is the picture that you would have of your situation. So let me step out of the way so you can see it. And so number 1 is a high. 2 is high probability, and just kind of a gut feel, medium impact. 3 seems to be medium impact probability wise, and 4, frankly, we decided that it's probably a low impact and low probability. So now just by your expertise, you've set up a prioritization of the risks. Now, of course, you'd go through the rest of the top 10. And you can go through your entire list if it's 100 long or whatever, but start at the top, nail down the 10, and go down in groups of 10. And then you can even refine it more afterwards if you want.